Yo, I was just about to sit here at the house and watch Unsolved Mysteries or some midget porn or some shit like that, right? And then this story came across my desk and it was a little crazy to me, right? Now, you guys know my position. I believe that here in the true crime community, a lot of us are commentators, not sleuths. I think a lot of you people that claim to be sleuths, you're not really sleuths. We have situations like this, and this is what gives us a bad name. The woman you see over my shoulder right now, his name is Sharkeisha Shaquan. I don't know what the fuck it is, to be honest. I just assume that's her name. She is a woman that is being sued by a professor at the University of Idaho. She's a TikToker, and for some reason, she's obsessed with believing that the professor is the killer. We're talking about a female professor. I'm thejbgunner, this is crime time. Let's do it. Christmas. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Merry Christmas.
Bring it back.
Oh, ho, ho, oh. Nah, I'm not saying Santa Claus shit. I'm just calling a lot of y'all hoes. I'm just saying. Guys, speaking of hoes, I want to talk about a woman who can't keep her fucking mouth shut. And a lot of people are like that. Look, I'm like that. I do this for a living, things like that. I can't keep... By the way, let me give a shout out to all of you guys that have been supporting the channel, particularly here on Christmas. As many of you guys know, just me and my dog sitting here chilling, watching Unsolved Mysteries. But some of you guys have been supporting the channel on all my work, on all my platforms. I want to say thank you to the Gun Squad. If you too find my work valuable, feel free to support the channel. I couldn't do it without you. YouTube demonetized most of my shit. YouTube is consistently trying to take me down. You guys are what makes this thing happen. So shout out to the Gun Squad. Guys, I'm going to get back to this, though. You know, I try not to be mean. Who am I kidding? I actually am mean. I try to at least be cool and hear other people out. I hear a lot of dumb motherfuckers in the true crime community consistently giving their impressions, their theories, and I think that's all well and good. But most of us have some sort of base behind our theories. Jack S., Jack D., these are all people heavily involved in the case. Jack S. was obviously walking with them and was there at the grub truck. Jack D., obviously a boyfriend. We then have other circumstances like potential serial killers, things like this. Never in my wildest dreams, maybe it's because I'm a male and I think with logic, would I have ever said, you know, maybe a female professor was fucking little Jack D. I want to let you know this is the premise behind what we're about to get into. This thing over my shoulder believes that a professor, a female professor, was fucking Jack D, and that's what led to all of this. I'm not bullshitting you at all. Let's just get on into it. This is some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. University of Idaho professor sues TikTok internet sleuth. Just a crazy bitch is what it means. Who uses tarot cards to solve crimes. Guys, you tarot card readers, you psychics, you spirit box nut jobs, you guys are fucking insane. Let me ask you a serious question. If that shit really worked, wouldn't detectives and murder investigations all over the country use you people a lot more often? See, back when police were even more retarded than what sometimes they seem today, yeah, they'd have a psychic, they'd talk to a psychic. But that was a long-ass time ago, right? Anyone that still believes you tarot card reading motherfuckers somehow have an inside scoop, somehow know some shit, has lost their mind. But that should tell you right now what kind of crazy motherfucker we have right here. Anyways, who uses tarot cards to solve crimes? By the way, chances are she's never solved a crime. For accusing her of taking part in the murders and having an affair with one of the victims. Female professor says she never met any of them. Yeah, it's logical, right? Ashley Gillard, a Texas-based internet broad and tarot card reader, alleged that a University of Idaho professor perpetrated the horrific murders of 4 students. The professor, Rebecca Schofield, is suing Gillard because she refuses to take the videos down from TikTok. Now, let me make this very clear. The professor sent her multiple cease and desist orders too. And you would think at this point, you would just say, all right, I was wrong. Keep in mind, this is the same woman right here that said that Jack D was going to be arrested on December 23rd. And her latest video is talking about, oh, sorry, I was wrong. This lady doesn't know what she's fucking talking about. She got a cease and desist order twice, warning her, look, man, you're fucking up. But they can't stop because this is the only claim to fame they will ever have. Is they want to get to the bottom of the story first. And they'll make whatever up. It's no different than who was the dude, Joseph, whatever the dude was that made up the false audio. These people will make up anything in order to somehow get to the scoop first. It's insane when you really think about it. Let's get back to the story. Gillard said with no evidence that Schofield killed 4 students because she was in a relationship with one of them and didn't want it to become public. Schofield is seeking a jury trial to decide what compensation is appropriate. In a recent TikTok video, Gillard said Rebecca Schofield will regret this lawsuit. We'll be checking those out. This is the character clown you see right here. Her name is Ashley Gillard. There's the beautiful professor, educated, probably intelligent woman who's handled this the right way. She sent the cease and desists, and now she's got a team of like 3 lawyers. Now, here's the thing, and this should show a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys believe, hey, you online sleuths can go to jail. That's not true. I don't care what the police chief said. It's not true, period. You have a freedom of speech. You have the right to guess anything you want to guess. Now, it doesn't mean there's freedom of consequence. When you come out here and you make statements like this that can specifically injure one's career, one's flow of money, one's way of revenue stream, then yes, you could be sued for defamation. Now remember, this woman is a professor at the college. She can get her for defamation and slander because it can and may affect her ability to generate revenue. That's the truth. Let's get back to this. And it's these nut jobs that make this difficult for the rest of us, right? On her profile, Gillard said that she had solved the murders of the rappers Kershnick, Kari Ball, Takeoff, as well as she could. It's Kevin Samuel. Now, I want you to understand. They've never solved any of these murders. Kevin Samuels had a heart attack while he was fucking. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably don't know who Kevin Samuels is. Don't worry about it. You ain't missing nothing. He had a heart attack, and then a bunch of rappers. I can tell you what happened to the rappers. They were rappers. They were shooting dice and drinking 40s and shit. That's what happened to the rappers. It's not that hard to understand. But, of course, she thinks she's super sleuth, gets to the bottom of it all. That's her big thing. She solved all these cases, even though none of these cases are solved. In the lawsuit, Schofield said that none of the 4 victims of the horrific killing were in any of her classes. Well, I guess it says that. On the day of the killing, Schofield wasn't even in Moscow, but was in Oregon with her husband visiting friends, and said that she doesn't even remember meeting any of the students. And that's another thing. This woman's married, kids, family, career, and this stupid Sharkeisha motherfucker is gonna come out here and just start hammering home with her, trying to ruin her life, ruin her career. All because this woman has no fucking life. She sits and she looks at tarot cards all day and believes that she has some sort of mystic powers, some sort of mystic knowledge that you and me don't have. And in the meantime, all of us actual true crime people, we have to take the bullet for this shit. The people that genuinely just come on here and do commentary and add 1 + 1 and do it consistently and regularly and, well, ethically, we have to be lumped in with this motherfucker right here. And for you people that are offended because I'm vitriolic with her, I don't give a fuck. All you have to do is look what she's trying to do to some woman's fucking career, job, marriage, all of that. These people, like this right here, these people, is no different than the Joseph Morris. They are the people that give this community a bad name completely. And there's a whole shitload of them. The spirit boxers, all of it. The true crime community is actually pretty fucked up if you look around. Don't get me wrong. There's people that do great work. Grizzly, True Crime, one of them. I'll even give, what's his name, old asshole Gray Hughes some credit. At least he ain't doing shit like this. He just sits around and plays with his 3D models all day. But let's be perfectly honest about this whole situation. You get these clowns, these type of people, not only do they actually hurt the investigation, but they actually hurt innocent people, and they actually hurt the community in itself. How long is it going to be before what happens? You guys remember Adpocalypse on YouTube back in 2016? And you notice how everything went to censorship then? How long is it going to be before clowns like this ruin it for all of us, where you can't even make videos about true crime anymore? You can't do any kind of speculation. It's not going to be long, and it's going to be fuck-ups like this that do it to us and do it for us. It's just the truth. At one point, Gillard, and it's not just her. It's not just her at all. In fact, let me show you something real quick. What is his name? Jonathan. Let me show you this. Jonathan investigates. What's his name? Jonathan. Because I want to show you something even here. I want you to see this right here. Let's look at Jonathan Lee Rich's investigates, right? I just want you guys to take a look at this. This guy is putting innocent people in his shit. Suspicious person near home, Moscow, Idaho. Look at it, got a face there, right? Then over here, mysterious man surveillance, Moscow, Idaho. Just some dude. Just some dude. And you can go on and on and on. And let's see. There was some other shit here. There's some other shit here where he did the exact same thing. Just pointing to random dudes. In fact, I think it was on his community tab. Just random dude, and they're calling out this broad. But like, here we go. What is the Illuminati? What in the Illuminati is going on here with Hunter Johnson? They're clowns. These people are fucking clowns. Friends, Hunter Johnson, and they're showing his whole fucking family. These people are doxing people, going after people, doing dumb shit like this. Look at this. Hunter Johnson and Emily, look at them. Showing these people's families. And then, of course, Dan Etsy talking about the owner of something. It's insane. Look at this right here. Too many weird things going around that King Road home where Elliot lives. Who is Elliot? This dude's putting it on his YouTube channel. Just random pictures telling me who Elliot is. You don't see this shit? That's why his ass got kicked out of Moscow. And there's so many people that believe this guy is truly investigating when no. He's just taking random fucking photos, random videos, and blaming random people, and it's leading to situations just like this. Just like this. This woman right here. You know what? Let's look at Law and Crimes real quick and take a look at what they got to say right off the jump.
That's after she backstabs the killer. She's not going to live up to her promises for him.
A TikToker and self-proclaimed internet sleuth sued for defamation after she repeatedly claims a University of Idaho history professor is responsible for the murders of 4 students. So how strong is this professor's case? I'm Anjanette Levy, and welcome to Law and Crime's Sidebar Podcast. Imagine waking up one day and finding out that there's a TikTok page basically dedicated to calling you a murderer. That happened to Professor Rebecca Schofield of the University of Idaho. She is a history professor there, and Schofield is suing a woman named Ashley Gillard for defamation after Gillard posted more than 20 videos accusing Schofield of taking part in the murders and having a relationship with one of the victims. Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were all murdered in an off-campus home on November 13th. Schofield says, to her knowledge, she's never met any of these students, and she's never had any of them in her history classes. Right after the murders, Ashley Gillard started posting TikTok videos about Professor Schofield, claiming that she partnered with someone else to commit these murders. According to Schofield's lawsuit, her lawyers sent 2 cease and desist letters to Gillard, but she didn't stop posting about her and claiming that the professor was involved in the murders.
Exactly. Now, If you take a look at this woman's page, it's just all kinds of crazy fuckery. All kinds. And this is how these people are building their reputation. And then they get caught lying. Jack DeCour was going to be arrested on the 23rd. Let's see what she's got to say.
Also, stop saying that just because Jack DeCour wasn't arrested on the 23rd, that means I lack credibility.
Of course it does.
Mean that.
Yes, it does.
It means that I was irresponsible in posting a date in which the police were going to be arresting a person who was guilty.
Right, which means you lack credibility. Why would you just randomly post a date when you think somebody was going to be arrested? Why? And here's the thing. I'm not even pro Jack D. I think Jack D is a very solid suspect. But it's crazy to just come out here and say, because what if Jack D didn't do it? What if this professor didn't do it? Did you ever consider any of these things? And listen, there's one thing to speculate, that's fine. I understand all of this. To me, speculating is part of this whole process. But meanwhile, the boyfriend, Jack D, by the way, is heartbroken. As half of America thinks he killed the love of his life, he says, and her 3 friends. Coming from Jack D's family, he says he's heartbroken. And listen, a lot of us think Jack D did it, and I get all that. But let me ask you a question. Did anybody think for 1 second, what if he didn't? What if he didn't and he just lost the love of his life and now all of America is saying, you're a fucking killer? Did anybody ever think about that? And there's so many examples. I'll show you this. Like, look at this. This is clown shit. On Twitter, maybe you should speak out then, Jack. Laying low, staying silent, and having auntie speak is not helping you. Well, helping you against what? You? Who the fuck are you? Why does Jack D have to speak to you? What do you think Jack D owes you? And actually, that is helping him. Because everything he says, you guys are going to take out of context. Or you're going to say, man, that was pretty suspicious. He just changed a photo on his fucking Facebook from him and his dog to him and his friends. And y'all were like, oh, look how suspicious that is. And I think Jack D is one of the top suspects. And I'm still going to defend him here. Says you're K's ex. Of course you're going to be suspected by people. Well, yeah. But do you know how many people are going above and beyond to point the fingers at some of these people? I give my theories just like all of you. I give my theories, and I will continue to give my theories. But the truth and reality of this is we have to step back sometime and think to ourselves, what if these motherfuckers are innocent? It can't be Jack D and Jack S and a serial killer and the frat boys. Somebody's got to be innocent, right? But this is my problem with the public. This person, and I don't know if this person follows me or not. I don't even know how I ended up seeing this. So no offense to Kimberly KW. But lady, let me ask you a question. Why does he owe you anything? Why does he owe you or me or anyone answers? Why can't he just mourn his girlfriend? Why does he owe you any answers? Who are you? He doesn't owe you answers. He doesn't owe me answers. He doesn't owe the public or society an answer. Because the public and society, it's, to be perfectly honest, it's none of their goddamn business. And imagine if he's innocent. If he's innocent, why would he owe you an explanation? Why would he have to speak out? Let me explain something to you. Not everybody feels obligated to speak on a public forum. I understand with this new Twitter age and this new social media age, you think everybody is just constantly wanting to communicate and speak out and say every feeling that they have. But there are a lot of people that don't do social media. There's a lot of people that don't come on here and rant and rave. And there's a lot of people that don't feel that they need to tell you every fucking thought in their head. And I know that may hurt some of you people, but it's true.
Also, stop saying that just because Jack DeCour wasn't arrested on the 23rd, that means I
This
lack
fucking
credibility.
clown.
No, that doesn't mean that. It means that I was irresponsible in posting a date in which the police were going to be arresting a person who was guilty or accused, let's just say that, of a quadruple homicide. Perhaps they're not supposed to know the police is on the way. So I take responsibility for that. But it's going to happen.
Oh,
Also, stop saying that just because Jack DeCour wasn't arrested.
but it's gonna happen. This woman is so fucking nuts. I can go on and on. Rebecca and Jack D are making moves.
All right, so it's finally, like, I get what's going on now. So she's talking to Jack DeCour about the money problem she's having because she's having problems in her marriage, probably due to all of this information.
How you know?
And so now it's looking like she wants to take revenge. There are going to be some accounts that are going to be closed. It looks like everything is changing, and because of the change, money can be impacted. Remember earlier I was saying how she is unable to keep her promise to Jack DeCour. This could be the reason why she can't keep her promise to him. Because trouble in paradise, trouble in marriage, closing of accounts, and things of that sort. Okay, it's clicking, Steven. Somebody is seeing both sides. So I'm putting out the spiritual messages.
The spiritual messages, of course. You can't make this shit up, man. And this whole girl's whole TikTok. This girl's whole TikTok is nothing but this.
So anyway, Rebecca Schofield and Jack DeCour comes together and she talks about me and how I'm a problem that needs to be solved. She asks him to solve the problem of me and my insights and putting it on social media and getting her caught. She was really upset about the part where I said her marriage is for convenience and she didn't want no marital problems, so she wanted to get rid of me, saying that what he's going through or what I'm doing is temporary. She's going to get rid of the problem. And she paid him for his previous work for the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students.
Yes. So you see what she's saying? The professor paid Jack D to murder the students. These people are clowns, man. These people are clowns. And I could show you all of these, but I'm not going to. It doesn't take a genius. You can go here yourself. You can go here yourself and see all of this shit, right? Ashley in the books of life. Ashley solves mysteries. Ashley is God. Look at this. She's got a website that says Ash is God. This woman's certifiably crazy. Like, I don't understand, and so when you have people like this, and look at what she's doing. And this type of shit is what harms the community. Well, anyway, she's being sued for all of this. And look, my position on this whole thing is simple. There's nothing wrong with theorizing. There's nothing wrong with speculation. And normally I believe 100% in freedom of speech. I mean, shit, thejbgunner for president, baby. Normally I believe 100% in freedom of speech, but I also believe in the consequences for your speech. And in this, normally, I don't believe a whole lot in defamation and things like that. But this is clearly, the entire channel is dedicated towards destroying the life of a married woman that's a professor and has a career. And so if you guys are watching this, I want you to understand, when you support true crime channels or things like this is the very thing that's going to destroy the true crime community in the long run. Because how much do you think the internet, trust me, I've been here for 16 years. I have seen how these things take place. Do you understand? You don't believe me? Look around. How many faked moon landing videos can you see anymore? Us people that live in the conspiracy realm, which you guys don't get to hear a lot on this channel, us people that believe 9/11 was an inside job, things like that, you don't see very many conspiracy videos on the internet no more. Who killed JFK, shit like that, and there's a reason for that. It's because they made a decision. right around the time they got Alex Jones off all the platforms, they made a decision to stop allowing that content to exist and or be promoted. And so we can't even discuss anymore. We can't even discuss anymore. Hey, do you think the moon landing was real? You know what happened to Building 7 on 9/11? We can't have them discussions anymore. The origins of the coup, things like that. Should we take the in our arm? Conversations like that. We can't have them conversations no more. Whether it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you guys want to wear 18 masks on your face, go for it, chap. But we should be able to have the discussion on whether we should or not, right? But in the history of YouTube, this is how it always starts. It'll be this Idaho case, and you'll get people like this, and the dude faking the audio, and then what they'll start doing. How many times have you heard the word misinformation or disinformation in the last 2 years? Notice notice that's the direction that they're going, where you can't even be wrong anymore. Well, you're giving misinformation. What's the temperature outside, JB? 22. No, that's misinformation. It's 23 degrees outside, JB. Well, I was wrong. Big fucking deal. It's a degree. You can't do that no more. And that's the direction we're going. You can't have just a regular conversation and say something that's maybe a little off. How big's your dick, JB? It's 25 inches. You're lying. You're banned. All I was trying to do was get some pussy. Who cares? But you see my point? I mean, that's a little extreme. But you see my point? We're getting to that point. And cases like this are going to be the very thing that fuels the even further censorship on these platforms. This shit is egregious. Someone being wrong about the temperature, or someone suspecting that the glove that other guy found at the Idaho scene wasn't real, or whatever, we should be able to have them conversations. But clowns like this that are deliberately lying to you, they're going to be the reason this all comes down. And trust me, unlike a lot of these fucking true crime people, I've been here a long time. I've seen since 2006 on this platform what happens when we start to head down certain roads. And make no mistake about it, if things like this aren't situated and handled in the true crime community, these people will be the downfall of the true crime community. We can discuss things, we can speculate, but we have to fucking be adults, and we have to realize there's other people involved in this shit. People with lives. Imagine that woman having to go to her husband and say, I don't know where all this is coming from. I'm having to sue someone. I'm having to sue someone because someone's accusing me of having an affair with the murderer and me paying for the murder. Imagine that. Guys, I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time with JB Gunner. I appreciate every last one of you. Merry Christmas. If you guys like what I do here and you want to support channel, links are down below. Let me know in the comment section, do you agree with me, or do you think people should just be able to talk all the shit that they want to talk? I'm a big freedom of speech guy, but shit like this is going to be a problem in the end. Not because I don't think she should be able to do it. I think she should be able to do it. But the problem is still the problem. The YouTubes, the Twitters, the TikToks, they're all eventually going to put the hammer down on all of us because of shit like this. Especially if Section 230 is released and these people are held responsible for shit like this. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Merry Christmas. I'm out.